You played Pironkova back-to-back years of
15
Wimbledon. Does she like the a little faster stuff?
Back-to-back Roland Garros and then Wimbledon the same year. She does like the faster courts. She's an exceptional grass court player in particular. Good couple serves to start this match from Serena. But she likes the ball in her strike zone, and that's why she likes the grass, because the ball stays nice and low off the bounce, doesn't get above her shoulders that much.
14.
These courts here are playing much faster than in the previous years, so that ball is skidding through a little bit more. Now this stadium court's just slightly slower than the outside court, so it will be a little bit slower for Pironkova than in her previous matches. Excellent play point.
Yeah.
14, 15.
How easy, how often could Pironkova do this?
I mean, if she has time on the ball, I mean, sometimes it can be difficult because Serena hits with such pace and power, but if she has time, I think that's a great play for her to incorporate that variety.
I think another intriguing
40,
nugget out of the soccer rematch, longer points, 9+ shots. Serena actually won more, 12-9. When I saw that, I was surprised.
That you probably would be. I think Serena's done a better job in this particular tournament of staying a little bit more focused and being willing to play those longer points.
Of course, that's the separator right there, the short points, the 3 aces.
I think because she's so capable of overpowering a lot of her opponents, and that's been changing in the last 5-6 years, I would say. But the fact that she's capable of that, sometimes she can start to go for a little too much and finish the point quickly. But what's impressed me about her last couple matches, especially against Stevens and Sakari, was that she stayed in those longer points, was a little bit more competitive and focused.
Tsvetana Pironkova to serve.
That's something Pironkova is going to have to do well today, is get a lot of first serves in. Her second serve can be a little bit vulnerable, doesn't have a ton of pace on her second serve.
Tell me, because you played her 3 times, Pironkova, there we saw the first, that slice forehand that I remember she mixed in so well.
She does, and I think that's a good play for her to try and just change that pace when she can. And when she throws in that slice, it forces your opponent to hit up on the ball, and that's what we saw there. You see how Pironkova was able to attack that next one because Serena had to hit up on it.
Let first serve. Love. 40-15.
It's also the side for Williams that she's going to want to attack is that Pironkova forehand. If she can hit with a ton of pace, Pironkova can sometimes catch that ball a little bit late.
Game, Pironkova.
Kind off the tape there, and a good hold for Pironkova.
1 game on. First set.
It's good serving game from Pironkova. Hit her spots really well.
How many long points do you think we'll have?
15.
I think there could be a few. I think there will be. I think especially if Pironkova is able to get some of these returns back off the Williams serve, I think we could see some longer rallies. That's too good.
15.
We talk quite a bit about experience here, right? I mean, Williams has had a lot more experience in these moments than Pironkova, even though Pironkova has been a semifinalist at a slam at Wimbledon, quarterfinalist at Roland Garros as well. But obviously Serena has been in this
30-15.
position a lot more, and I think it's not just the experience of playing on these this big stage over and over again. It's the experience of dealing with pressure moments over and over again and being able to convert on those pressure moments. I think that's key as well.
Forty 15.
Just getting away
40,
from
30.
Serena. Caught it too close to her body.
Game Williams.
All right, so there's the neutralizer. 5
Williams
aces.
leads.
Oh,
2
ready
games to
for
1.
Williams. Serve
First.
dominant in the first 3 games.
Very supportive part of Pironkova and her tennis for a very long time.
15 love.
Husband and son back home in Bulgaria. They've been FaceTiming during the weeks that Tsvetana has been in New York.
Love. Let first love. 49. Game, Pironkova.
Well, I'm surprised, Jill, because as you called it, Pironkova's second serves don't have much.
2 games over. First set.
Serena's missed both returns on it.
Right. I mean, I still think it can get a little bit vulnerable, but Pironkova did say that that's something that she really, really focused on during this 6-month period off, is that serve. Look at Williams coach Patrick Moratoglu.
And a reminder, usopen.org keeps you up to date with all the stats, real-time stats during this final week of the Open.
Fifteen love.
That's well done from Pironkova. Serena's husband, Alexis.
Thirty, 15.
Sideline to sideline.
30 over.
A little bit of different point there from Pironkova. Tried to go higher, heavier. Didn't try and blast a couple of those balls. Just got good depth on her shots.
Both points that Pironkova has won in this game have been points where she's moved Serena side to side.
Thirty, 14.
First double fault of the match, giving Pironkova a break point chance. That's the experience I was talking about, Ted. Somehow Williams always tends to find that serve when she needs it on those pressure moments.
6 aces.
Advantage, Pironkova.
Serena just getting a little bit out of sorts on a couple of those ground strokes. Seems pretty ahead of herself. Pretty standing up, kind of not keeping those legs low.
Oh, there it is. That's a very good game.
Pironkova.
And she grabs the first break of the match.
Pironkova leads 3 games to 2. First set.
Pironkova just playing really smart right now. I mean, I think a lot of there are quite a few players that come out and, you know, they're ground stroke players. They're technically sound on both sides and they hit with great pace off the ground. But Pironkova, I feel, really understands her game and knows how to set up points for herself. Because these 2 points that we just saw here were very different. I mean, the first one, Pironkova throws in a slice. Next ball attacks. That one, she hits it hard right from the beginning. So that different variety of pace, it can be hard to get a rhythm off of that sometimes.
How about that? Pironkova running so far off
40
the court, but
love.
using that slice forehand again.
Oh, it's just great defense. I was surprised, actually, Williams didn't come into the net off of that short angle that she hit, because we have seen her come into the net a little bit more often. And to see your opponent that far outside the court and going for that slice, that's one that you can really cut off at the net.
Pironkova has won all 4 of her second serve points. I knew that was going to happen.
Just as you say
exactly.
it.
40,
I'm thinking
15.
what you just described about the way Pironkova's playing, Jill, and I keep thinking Halep beating Serena at Wimbledon. Smart, right? Playing smart.
Yes. Halep played amazing that match.
Right.
I remember that.
A match you would have never thought Halep would win.
Well, also the score line. I
Right,
mean, she
right.
played so well.
There's the hold of Pironkova gets to 4-2.
Well, that was well
Pironkova
done.
leads 4 games to 2.
And sometimes that's the hardest. That can be a challenge to consolidate that break quite a bit. Get really excited that you got the break, but Pironkova has been serving great so far this match, and not making many unforced errors. She only has 2 unforced errors in these first 6 games. She's just been so consistent.
Love.
That's good effort from Williams.
Great
really
hustle.
made her move.
Yeah, great hustle.
30 love.
I think Serena's first step, too, when she recognizes that her opponent's going to hit that drop shot, I mean, she just gets up there so quickly. It's a great angle there.
love.
It's been a revelation during this Open with no spectators. Obviously, you're hearing the breathing of Serena. Nice to hear that. And
New
that would be Serena. You think she'd want to make this physical? Really push.
Pironkova leads 4-3. First set. Love 15.
A little bit more controlled return there from Williams. She sprayed a couple in the beginning of this set. It was much better balance on that return.
The other thing in that audio sequence from the prior game, Jill, we heard the breathing of Serena, but you've also heard, and it's a common part of her game, the intimidating motivation.
Well, she does that
it
sometimes.
Has both. She's motivating herself. She's also,
right.
You know, she's trying to intimidate.
The emotional outburst.
And that's what surprises me is how many. Right now, Pironkova's getting away with more on the second serve.
Yeah, I agree. I think Williams is making more unforced errors on that second serve return than we're used to seeing. But I think she's going to keep going after it, and I feel like will eventually get a rhythm on that.
Let first serve.
Tough shot to go for, falling backward on that backhand, and hitting it that flat. Falling on your back foot, just got to get a little bit more spin. Serena took a little bit off that return just to make sure she got it in. It was an important point, 30-all. But just misfired on that forehand again, getting a little bit too close.
Game.
And then Pironkova. You know, she had to dance a little bit through that. Some second serves, but does so. A game from the first set. 2 weeks, that area, the South Plaza, the practice courts, everything were just buzzing with players and their associated group. Eerily quiet now.
15.
I mean,
the people in the practice courts are the wheelchair athletes.
Right. It was already quiet from the beginning, right? Now, as players start to trickle out and go home, it's getting even more quiet.
15 all.
Making some quick unforced errors and very early on in the rally, Williams.
Not having long points, are we?
Not yet. I think we will.
That's what Williams would love.
13,
+1.
15.
I think it's always a good combination for Serena, that out wide serve. She actually creates a really good angle, and if her opponent doesn't connect so well on the return, it goes into the open court easily.
Missed that.
30 all.
Longer rally there.
14.
Pironkova changed the direction and got the miss.
Yeah, Pironkova was just in control at that point, and she's moving Serena around and sets up the point perfectly. That's her favorite shot, that backhand down the line. Set point. That was just an absolutely incredible angle from Serena on that backhand. Just a little flick of the wrist. I wouldn't even say she was in great position to hit that, but it was, she has such good hands that she was able to control that ball.
Miss Pironkova challenged the call on the left baseline. The ball was called out.
All right, there we go. I was wondering if Serena was challenging. No, the ball was called out.
It was a late call from the umpire.
Yes, it was. It's Pironkova challenging. That's what Serena shot her arm up. She was signaling.
Advantage Williams.
That was a good hit, though, from Pironkova. Barely missing, but still a good ball strike.
Deuce. Miss Pironkova has 2, challenger winning.
Got her. Yep, Serena knew it. That's twice.
Advantage Pironkova.
And gives Pironkova a second set point.
That was great feel from Pironkova. Serena coming forward. Serena not doing a ton with this approach shot. Very short and in the center of the court, giving Pironkova a ton of time to hit that lob.
Ooh, Pironkova
Deuce.
cooked that.
Yeah, that was a chance.
Yep.
That was on her racket. Just overplayed it, just slapped it a little bit. Not enough spin.
Advantage, Williams.
We're so accustomed to this moment to just expect that Serena's going to walk up there and just crush one. Just put this to an end. 6 aces so far. And there's 7. There it is.
Game Williams.
Well, Williams dodged 2 set points.
Pironkova
but
leads
Pironkova will
5
have her
games to 4.
chance.
First set.
Even in an empty stadium, there is something to these moments. Can you close out against Serena Williams? We saw Maria Sakkari, and we saw how tough it was for her in some of those moments 2 days ago.
Yeah, this is a great test for Pironkova because she's been serving so well in this first set.
Wow, Serena had that and missed it.
15.
And Jill, if this was the moment we've all talked about during this Open, we thought these are the moments that could help a Pironkova because you don't have 23,000 people in here that would be pulling for Serena.
That's true. I think across the board, the players have been talking about how much they miss the New York crowd, the fans, the energy that they bring. But for someone like Pironkova, where it's a little bit more quiet, it doesn't feel as big of a moment. So you might lessen that pressure a little bit.
Ooh, how about that? After
30.
tight-looking second serve, a very loose, good first serve.
Another great serve right into the body of Williams. Setting up 2 set points for Pironkova.
How nice was that?
Game
the slice
7.
forehand again, Jill. Sets up
6
the winner.
games to 4.
Perfect.
And Pironkova takes the first set.
Second set.
Again, not an
Williams
unusual
to
position for her. Lost the first set 2 rounds ago to Sloane Stevens. Was down a break in the 3rd set to Sakkari 2 days ago.
Fifteen. Thirty, 15.
That slice forehand.
You're loving it.
I feel like, I couldn't say every time, but it feels like every time she's used it, it's induced an error. It's drawn an error from Serena.
It has. Well, Serena likes that pace.
Oh,
30-14.
Great
another
point.
look, a little look of disbelief there.
There's a look at Kathy Rinaldi in the mask with the sunglasses, U.S. Fed Cup captain.
And how's this? Pironkova gets a break to start the second. And
First game, second set.
the inside emotions are starting to pour out of Serena.
You could just see her shaking her head, just displeased with that another unforced error. We've talked quite a bit about the players in this tournament having to bring their own energy, their own fire, and right now Serena not looking like she's bringing that, looks a little bit deflated.
The inside is breaking through and showing. And that's, well, I think we've seen a lot of everything in her glorious career. We've seen her overcome moments like this.
Many times.
Love 15.
Pironkova, again, a decade ago, but in back-to-back years, defeated Venus Williams at Wimbledon. Consecutive years.
It's just great power from
15.
Pironkova. That serve setting it up beautifully. And we mentioned Pironkova, extremely good player on grass in particular because that ball is in her strike zone. And these courts, as we mentioned this year, a little bit faster. There's the outburst we were waiting for. But Pironkova, since these courts just playing a little bit faster, the ball would be in your strike zone a tad more. I think that's the fire that we were talking about, Ted, that we wanted to see. That's a little bit better reaction from Serena.
Just the last 4 or 5 swings. You can see it again. She's getting to that Serena gear, the gear that no one else has.
The only thing is, with these mistakes that keep coming, it really, I feel like it comes down to her footwork a little bit. I mean, looks like she might be in position, but then all of a sudden she's too close to the ball. She just needs a couple extra steps to get into position.
Depth by Williams.
30-14.
And now a chance to break back. Much better game for Serena, and that was a game where she made Pironkova pay for the second serves.
I think she just got more consistent in those last few points in particular.
Pironkova only put 2 first serves in, 2 out of 6 in that game.
That's one area where Serena is moving very well to the ball, is up to that drop shot. She's been winning most of those points. It's not a bad play from Pironkova, but Serena actually hitting some great shots off that, good placement. Extra power on that one. That's sort of what I feel like I've been waiting to see from Williams. That better acceleration through the ball.
Ms. Pironkova channeling the call on the right center service line. The ball was called in.
Let's see if this is ace number 9 for Serena. Yes, it is.
(40-15). Ms. Pironkova has 2 challenges remaining.
Happening on this second serve points to Serena.
To me,
she's winning. She's under 40%.
I honestly don't think it's her second serve. I think it's the shot after. I just don't think she's moving very well to that next ball. She's not really getting in good position.
Advantage. Williams.
That was good. Those couple extra steps away from that ball, just to give her room, a little bit more room to swing through. Great return from Pironkova.
Advantage. Williams.
10.
If you don't get enough angle or depth on the shot that you're hitting to Pironkova's backhand, she just loves that. She She absolutely loves this low ball coming into her backhand side.
Was it that way 10 years ago?
Yes, it's always been that way. She's so good on that side to redirect that pace.
Advantage, Williams.
122's her fastest.
Let first serve.
Missed on that redirect. So
Game
Serena
Williams.
Williams drops the first game of the set, but does rebound.
Williams
on
leads
serve.
2-1. Second set. First set, Pironkova.
Which is what's easily forgotten.
15.
Pironkova played 47 straight main draws at majors. That's 12 years.
That's a pretty good streak. That's pretty impressive. I think what's impressive about that number 2 is being able to stay healthy for that long in your career. A lot of the players have upped their fitness level. The game's just gotten stronger and better every year, so to be able to sustain that physicality and be able to stay healthy is pretty great. Again, struggling to handle that slice ball.
15.
She's just lifting up on it a little bit too much. You can see her body kind of lift off of it. She needs to accelerate the racket head a little bit faster.
Well, if you're a player in this place, how do you ration that slice forehand? Can you use it too much?
Well, I think there's a time that you can, but I think you notice if your opponent is actually getting a little bit better at handling that, and I think you're still getting unforced errors from Serena off that slice, so I would continue to use it as long as it's working. She missed that one, but that actually looked a little bit better, in my opinion. It looked more committed. She was well inside the baseline. It's actually a good strike, but I even think she thought so, because she looked a little bit better at her reaction after that miss.
Deuce.
What has happened here in the first couple of games of this set, Pironkova's serve has dropped. Serena's starting to take advantage of those seconds.
And I think Serena's actually picked up on the fact that Pironkova is starting to struggle with that first serve percentage, because now Serena's court position on that return a little bit more inside the baseline, just adding that extra pressure.
Better point there for Pironkova at a most important time.
I can still hear Serena just breathing so heavily. Got it. Hit the line.
Advantage. Pironkova.
Wasn't the most convincing volley, but it worked. Great approach here, right into the corner. Kind of had to run around that. I mean, that was coming into her body and curving into her body too. Good hands from Pironkova.
That is a good hold. Pironkova, again, wobbling a little bit with her serve, but she gets through that game.
That was good fighting, good competing from Pironkova. Went for broke on that one, Pironkova. First time really that we've seen her not being willing to sort of play that ball back and get back into the point. Just went for outright winner, missed it. No, you just get the sense that Serena is picking up her level just slightly. Sasha Zverev looking on who plays next match after this match is finished against Rublev. Sorry, Zverev's playing Karina Busta, right. Excuse me.
Exactly.
Had that wrong. He doesn't play today.
Well.
Game
looking at the wrong piece of paper, Ted.
Yeah, I think
Williams
feel like there's a flip going on in this match.
Second set.
Watching the way Pironkova handled that.
Pironkova.
Jill, I think this game is going to be interesting to watch Pironkova. How does she serve? How does she physically look? That because Pironkova came out and played, looked good, and she played well in the first set. Serve
extremely well, and the serve was the key in that first set for her. Has dropped a little bit in this second set. was a well-played first point, by the way. Well-constructed point, just didn't execute on that volley. Great serve into the body. Williams doing a pretty good job of getting that ball in the court.
That was the first serve at 91. The slice on it. And then comes back with a better shot at 106.
I'm still just surprised how many unforced errors Williams is making off the return.
Game Pironkova.
Oh, that's a
New balls,
maybe a
please.
better sign for Pironkova. It's the 3-all.
3 games on. Second set.
I think Pironkova also doing a very good job of hitting actually a really effective shot off of Williams' return. I think Williams is usually used to getting something that she can possibly attack on that next ball, but Pironkova is taking it off the court right away off of that return. That's just perfect placement.
La 15. Fault.
Serena doesn't know.
Ms. Williams turning the call on the right near side. The ball was quarter.
Serena assumed the ball was an ace. She turned away, didn't realize that fault had been called. That's why she's being allowed this late challenge. And it's an ace.
15.
Oh, right off the line. Skidded right at Serena. Great length from Pironkova.
Still, after a couple of decades, the ability to come back from a tough point with just that single shot. His ball was out.
40-30. Game Williams.
That's a good hold for Williams.
Williams leads full
Frustration.
game to 3.
Pironkova she
Second
let
set
an
for
opening get away.
Tsvetana.
The biggest stage in tennis, even without the spectators, it's a huge moment. And now Pironkova is a player who's played on center court in the semifinals. And it's an object clearly for Serena in most matches. Jill, how physical has Serena made this match so far?
I don't think it's been that physical for Pironkova. I mean, I don't think there's been many long points, which we were expecting a lot more than we've seen in this match.
Now, big time moment, the moment that we just were talking about, that Serena has the serve to erase this.
And these 2 points, these were mistakes that Pironkova was not making. Oh, look at a little lefty return from Williams. But still, I mean, Pironkova, that's a nice shot. Well done.
No, missed that badly. You see the emotions we said about Serena were pouring out after dropping serve in the first game of the set. You could see it coming out of her, and now you see the opposite. You see her digging in. She senses.
I feel it's more Pironkova hasn't played a great game, actually. I mean, triple break point now, and she made 3 mistakes pretty quickly. Good close here on the net in that volley.
Serena Williams prevails in easily the longest point, and she will now serve to level the match.
Williams leads 5 game to 3.
I think this was the best point of the match so far. I mean, good ball striking, great use of the court, good court coverage from all those players, and I think Pironkova ended up getting a little bit tired of rallying, went from the drop shot from pretty far back, but what a great point from both.
Very smartly now with no serve clock. Serena pausing before the second. Yeah.
Love 15.
That's a, so we've seen that a lot from Serena through the years. After the long points, real long points.
A quick point.
Yep.
I was just thinking that Serena is serving a lot to Pironkova's backhand, especially on that second serve. really fighting her way through this. Good focus right now from Serena. Much better footwork and good job keeping the legs a little bit lower there from Serena.
Deal.
14th ace. And backs it up with 15 and now set point. And how about that?
Game
3 aces
second
in a
set.
row to
Williams.
close out the second set.
6-3.
And so on we go.
One set on.
Third set coming.
Lovey. Let first serve. Love 30.
Boy, that was real soft. 66 on that second serve, Jill.
And already 2 second serves that Williams has really gotten aggressive on to give this love 30 lead. Good body serve there.
50.
Like that changeup, noticing Serena right on the baseline.
That seems to be the one serve that Pironkova has been able to hold on to, right? The body.
The body one.
Another
player hopes she's doing a little scouting, advanced scouting.
Jennifer Brady.
Love to have a chance Saturday to play one of these two.
Yes. Now that forehand from Pironkova landing very short in the court. Overall, she's been hitting with great depth throughout this match, but she just took so much off that last forehand, allowing Serena to step in.
2-second serves in this game, Jill. Just looked like
Advantage
sitters.
Williams.
Yeah, and better returning from Serena. I mean, yeah, she had plenty of time on that one, but I like that she was looking to follow that one into the net. Went through that ball well. Great point here for Serena.
Deuce.
Pironkova would like to think this is a slight edge, serving first. Can't lose it right away. Not sure if it matters much to Serena.
Advantage Pironkova.
I think everyone would like to start off, especially the third set, starting off first. You just have, if you can hold, you have that slight edge, constantly putting pressure on the opponent to serve to try and even out the score. Starting to move a little bit better to the ball, in my opinion, Serena. We're hearing her steps a little bit, squeaking on the ground, just getting those couple extra steps and running to this ball. Just looks a little bit more balanced, more in position.
Break chance here, so the second of this game.
Williams. Deuce.
She's missed a couple of those returns that have been really close. I mean, that one was close, but see, I still feel like that's going to put pressure on Pironkova's serve, because she's going to feel like she's going to have to come up with a big serve more often.
Jill, it seems like the things the serve is clearly not as effective as it was in the first set, and now does it look like Serena's getting a little bit better play on the slice forehand?
A little bit. I think she's accelerating through the ball a little bit better, but I do still feel like she's struggling to be at hitting an effective shot, because the next shot, Pironkova, I feel like, is still able to step up on it.
It's the frustration now from Pironkova. Serena scrambling. And again, that's the second. I don't recall Serena doing this. Again, maybe I certainly haven't seen everything, but she did 2 lefty returns now. That was a the sounds of this U.S. Open that are so enhanced. The heavy breathing, panting after that point. The frustration from Pironkova, feels like she should have won the point. All of that, and it's deuce.
Oh, she'll definitely want that one back. Set up the point well. That's the
Williams.
shot she wants. Being able to come through on that backhand side down the line. Another break point chance here for Williams.
The game got away from her.
Game, Williams.
And that hurts.
First game, final set.
And for Serena Williams, first lead.
That was great fighting from Williams. That really long point. She just kept competing so hard and did a great job of staying in that game. And Pironkova fought hard as well, but just came up with that one backhand. I mean, she's going to want that one back. That one she missed in the net. That one will. Yeah. She'll be feeling that one.
Well, since tennis has returned, Serena's played 10 matches. This is her 10th match. 8 of them have gone 3 sets. She's in this match, Serena hasn't won very many long points, but she's won 2 huge ones. The break late in the second set,
right,
and then the break we just had.
That we just saw.
Each of those games, there was a long point, and Serena won.
It's about the timing of when those happen, right? Digging deep in those huge moments. Now you just feel like Williams is mentally at a place where now that she got that break right away in that third set, she just looks a little bit more free to swing through that first serve. That's a tough one to handle, that really low ball so close to the net. Good job from Pironkova pushing Serena away from that baseline. Serena's done a good job in the second set and in the beginning of this third of trying to stay up on that baseline, taking control of the points, and Pironkova had great depth on that point. Good finish. That was a tough overhead, actually, the position that she was in. Sometimes it's tough to judge those lobs that are so high. And she was 4 or 5 feet behind the service line. Good timing from Serena.
We'll have to find a way, obviously, to get a service game.
It's just a good combination for Pironkova. When she hits that backhand cross off the court, it's tough for Serena to take that one down the line. And then that just opens up that down the line for Pironkova.
Advantage, Williams.
And Williams gets the hold.
Williams.
So that's the jump start in this final
Williams
set.
leads 2 games to
Serena won.
1. Final set.
Again, another tough game. I mean, 2 very close games that could have gone the other way as well, but Serena was the one that was just a little bit more consistent. That was a tough miss for Pironkova on that return. That's a return she's been making most of the match, but Serena's the one with the 2-love lead. Great return.
Love 15.
Williams just getting out of the way of the ball that much faster. That's something that we spoke about in that first set. Was the footwork was a little bit flat, wasn't quite getting in position, and that one, great example of getting away from the ball much faster to get a better ball strike.
Let first.
That's too good.
30.
Just really fantastic point there from Pironkova. A lot of times Williams trying to go to the Pironkova forehand. Just trying to change it up to not open up that line for Pironkova, but made the mistake. Game point for Pironkova.
Deuce.
Just get the intention there from Williams right after the return and Immediately after she hits that forehand, she's looking to go forward. Much better mentality.
Advantage, Pironkova.
Not surprising, Jill. I think that as this match has gone along too, you feel that every Pironkova service game, she's faced pressure.
That's true.
Ms. Pironkova challenging the call on the right center service line. The ball was called forward. Deuce. Ms. Pironkova has 2 challenges remaining. Advantage, Pironkova.
Occasionally can sometimes be tricky, just throws off your rhythm slightly. Williams going for a pretty big backhand on that. So you're expecting that ball to come at a certain pace, and all of a sudden it changes your rhythm.
Game, Pironkova.
Now Pironkova finding a way.
Williams
Again, her
leads
serve is
2
nowhere
games
near
to
the
1.
impact it had in the first set.
Final set.
She stays with that hold in this final set.
Let first serve.
Well, going to the towel work, Jill.
I was going to say, wiping the extra sweat off the grip helped quite a bit. Sophia Kenin looking on.
It's interesting that we saw Kenin. My understanding was at the end of your participation, you left. Kenin lost a couple of nights ago to Elisa Mertens, who will play tonight against Azarenka.
Pretty comfortable service game so far for Williams.
Game Williams.
And then the finisher.
Williams
Game point,
leads
then blast ace number
3 games to
18.
1.
So
Final
it's
set.
3-1 for Williams.
She's used that T serve a lot too on that deuce side. She sees that it's right in the corner almost every time. She hits that well.
It's been a while since Pironkova's had a look. And the Williams
15
service
left.
game. She broke Serena the first game of the second set, did Pironkova, but then was broken back immediately. That's the last time she really was in a Williams service game.
One of her favorite shots. You can see right after that serve. Most players would run around and try and take that as a forehand, but she's moving out of the way of this ball to take that backhand side. That's the side she wants, where she feels most comfortable.
left.
Almost looked like that last backhand was going to just
15.
go out, but it landed right on the baseline for Williams. Great depth to set up that forehand put away.
Game
Well, Pironkova
below.
hangs in. She's able to hold her serve in her
Williams
last 2
leads
games.
3 games to 2. Final set.
Serena's starting to prove that about her game right now. A lot of people get that one set. Can you get the second?
left.
Oh, great job from Pironkova to get back into that point. Anticipated well off of that short approach shot from Serena. And I like how she changed that defense to offense so quickly with that backhand down the line.
Is this all about Serena right now, Jill? Is there something Pironkova can do
13,
with the return?
15.
Well, I mean, I think Serena's just serving a lot better. I think she can change up her return stance just a little bit, just to try and get in Serena's head, give her a little bit of a different look. But when sometimes Serena, I mean, she's one of the hardest servers to read because she tosses the ball in the same spot. She can just change that racket head direction at the last second.
So I'm going to take from that this is about Serena.
This is about Serena,
Coming
yeah.
home.
You do have to
Yeah.
take chances when you get a second serve opportunity. And And that was good. I mean, Pironkova was a great return and just rushed that last shot. I mean, that's a shot she's been making all day. And it's just the situation now, being down 3-2 in the first set, and when she has a little bit more freedom, when there's no scoreboard pressure, she made that the whole time in the first set.
Game winners.
Feels like it's all about Serena.
Balls, please.
19th ace. She's 2 games away from the semis.
Williams leads 4-2. Final set.
Quarterfinal will be this evening. Victoria Azarenka and Elisa Mertens. That has a fascinating element because Mertens played so well in beating Kennedy.
She did. That's going to be a long match. I think it's going to be a lot of long rallies in that match.
Even there, Pironkova mixed in that one slice forehand, and Serena handled it.
Yeah, handled it better. But still, I mean, that particular point was on Pironkova's racket. Just sprayed it a little bit wide, but went for the big shot.
Let first serve.
And everybody could hear it, so I'm not hiding anything. But
13-15.
I'm no expert, but that some of that breathing, I mean, that sounds like hyperventilating.
You are an expert, Ted. What are you talking about?
No.
No, it does. It's like really those short gasps almost that she's inhaling so quickly. See so many players try and take those long, deep breaths, but she's the opposite right now, Serena.
She has been asked, after her last match, she was asked specifically about Roland Garros. The protocols were announced the other day, and apparently players are going to be restricted to 2 hotels. Serena owns a place, of course, we all know. Her affinity to with Paris through the years.
I
mean, I think it's tough when you have an apartment there, but I think, you know, she was okay with it. She's basically was saying whatever Roland Garros, whatever the rules are, that's how they are, and she'll have to abide by that. But I thought she handled that well. Showing a little bit of excitement there from Serena.
Thoroughbred since the finish line.
Good redirection of the feet there to get back into position. Pironkova trying to go behind her.
Serena is incented right here.
Advantage, Williams.
Look at how far inside the baseline she is.
Let first serve.
We're seeing far more first serves in the 90-mile-an-hour range from Pironkova as the match has gone long.
Well, that's just too good. I mean, that's
Miss Williams turning the ball on the
one's
right.
going to challenge.
The ball's
But
going in.
I think that one skidded off the baseline.
There's Serena muttering about the lines. Of course, you could always, that's why the lines are there, for you to hit, right?
Miss Williams has
Right.
2 challenges more. Let second serve. Advantage Williams.
I mean, with the way Williams has lifted her game in this third set, I mean, Pironkova feels like she has to go for those lines. I mean, she played an incredible point the point before, but now to be able to reproduce that over and over again is difficult.
And there is the break. And
Game winners.
Serena Williams poised to put another
Williams leads
three-setter
5
behind
games
her.
to 2. Final set.
It's been a magnificent 10 days for Tsvetana Pironkova. A mother, she'll turn 33 this weekend. 3 years away from tennis to come back in her first event, a major, and make a quarterfinal.
Let
And then played a terrific first set.
first serve.
Then the capital letter but. The but is a lot of that. That is the 20th ace of this match and the 64th of this U.S. Open for Serena Williams. And that number of significant 64 aces heading, it appears, to the semifinals. The most a player's had at the U.S. Open is 70 by Serena 21 years ago.
Wow.
When she first won this title.
Let
Just chew on that thought for a second. 21 years ago
21
when she
years
first
ago.
won this
That's
title.
crazy. Never mind all of those points too. Those service for serve winners where it's unfortunate. I mean, that doesn't count as an ace, but almost can count in that category now. Match point for Serena.
game, second match wins.
Now Serena Williams to the semifinals.
6-3, 6-2.
Once again tested. By a fellow mother, Pironkova played an outstanding first set.